Hello, amazing women of Man Breakthrough. It's Coot here in sunny LA, California. It's been a few more days since the Man Breakthrough experience, and I've been thinking of you and continue to send you love and energy and just amazing vibrations to wherever you are in the world right now. You are being loved and thought of, and continue to carry you with me. You know, as you leave the Man Breakthrough, go back into the world. You know, the Man Breakthrough, we created a really safe container and environment to allow you to unravel. Part of that container is a metaphor for what you as a woman, as a human being, also get to hold that loving space for yourself. You had an experience of having all of the amazing women in Man Breakthrough and me as a man facilitating, hold a space for you to go deeper, to feel anything. Like as I said, nothing's off limits. It's all about how we create the space to hold that energy, to hold you through your process, because in doing that, then you can really allow more and more layers to come to the surface, and allow those layers to come to the surface that need to be healed. Allow those layers to come to the surface that need to be nourished and loved and tended to and cared for. Does that make sense? The safer you can create the space, the more will come up to the surface that perhaps you might have suppressed down before, you may not have allowed before, but you can, if the space is finally there to allow it up to the surface. And as we peel those layers away, as you've been peeling courageously those layers away, you give birth to more of who you are, more of your authenticity, letting go of old patterns and emerging into a more aligned and authentic way of beingness, more of your power, more of who you really are. And that is such an exciting emergence. It's a birth, it's a stepping into who you are. That's a really exciting process. So just if you're in that and you're feeling that right now, it's incredible. Know that. But just know also that as you go into life, life can be challenging. There's people out there and situations out there and relationships out there that, you know, life can sometimes be intense and challenging and not always that safe. So you get to provide that safety of a container in how you hold yourself, how you hold your feelings, how you hold your emotional body, and all the feelings that will and can't help but continue to emerge and come up, you know, as a result of Man Breakthrough, but also just as a result of being human, alive on this planet at this time. So one thing that's really important as you emerge out of this cocoon into the butterfly is to, I always say, really be gentle with yourself. Be what? Gentle with yourself, and hold yourself with utmost compassion. Hold yourself with utmost kindness. Hold yourself in a space with the tenderest compassion in your heart possible. Sometimes you might go out and just have these expectations of yourself because, you know, you're feeling great and you're going to levitate, and it's like, wow. And that's great if you are. Continue breathing and holding the space for that and enjoying that and nourishing yourselves. And if challenges come up, and if maybe sadness or feelings that may not feel as empowering might come up also in these days, just know that it's okay. Just know that nothing's wrong. The process is not working. You didn't not receive transformation. Just a part of being human, part of that experience in life is the expansion and contraction. Expansion and contraction. Expansion and contraction. So you expanded. At some point there'll be a contraction. Nothing wrong with that. Your relationship with all of those feelings, your relationship with the contraction is the healing itself. Your relationship with the contraction is as important if not more important than the very issue itself, than the very contraction itself. So just know, as an issue may come up for you, nothing's wrong. As an issue may come up for you, it shows you parts of yourself that maybe need more love, or need a little bit more attention, or just need to be held in a certain way. So just know, as issues come up, the issue is not the issue. The real issue is how you relate to the issue and how you be with yourself through that issue coming up, that sadness, that hurt, that contraction. That's the issue more than what you're pointing at and making the issue, which might be a contraction or a sadness or a negative emotion. Those will flow. But if you can hold yourself, and hold yourself with loving, with gentleness, with compassion, with non-judgment through this delicate time, as you begin to allow your wings to open and allow more of yourself to emerge, if you can hold yourself through this really tender and precious and important time, to hold your expansion and contraction, allowing that to be at a natural ebb and flow, knowing that you are not the expansion or the contraction, but that you get to be with both, knowing that they too will pass, so that when an expansion happens, you can just be with that and experience that, but not try and hold on to it. And when a contraction happens, you don't have to go, oh, what's wrong with me? Something's not working, something's wrong. And you can just be with that, knowing that that too will pass. All of the feelings too will pass. But if knowing that there's also a deeper container, that you are a beingness, a lovingness, a consciousness, that the expansion and contraction can happen within. So regardless of where you're feeling on the spectrum, just hold yourself gently. What's important more than what happens is what you do with what happens inside of yourself, inside of your heart, inside of your own consciousness, and your ability, your commitment, and your willingness to love yourself through the highs and the lows, the expansion and the contractions, to love yourself through whatever it might be that you're experiencing since man breakthrough, to love yourself tenderly and kindly through that moment to 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 moment. So are you willing to be gentle, compassionate, kind, and loving to yourself through all of this? Are you ready for that? Remember, if challenging feelings, painful feelings come up, nothing's wrong. It's simply a signal that a part of you needs some attention. A signal a part of you needs some loving. Are you ready and willing to nourish and love those parts of you? Because in doing so, you will bring more of yourself back into healing and wholeness. Sending you love wherever you are. Big hug. Love now.